Hi all, Lost D Punch Out TV. How are you all doing on this Monday evening? I want to start the video off just passing my condolences on to Kurt Sugar, Curtis Anderson. Found out the sad news a couple of days ago that he'd sadly passed away. My heart and my condolences go out to his family, his wife, his friends and everybody who knew him. I should have done this video a few days ago, but I've not been on here for over a week or so better late than never. I had the pleasure of sharing a panel with Curtis a couple of years ago on Tyrone, that's my pal, Tyrone Smith, it's TS Boxing's channel, with him, Stormy B-Man, and Tyrone himself, and we're talking for hours about boxing. Curtis was a lovely bloke. I interacted with him a couple of times on Facebook. He sent me a happy birthday on my birthday back in 2020. I didn't know him obviously as know him as a person, obviously because we lived on two sides of the pond. But I came across Curtis a couple of times on other people's channels in the chat. He used to come to my live stream, not all the time, but he used to come and interact with whatever we were talking about. The man's knowledge for the sport of boxing was unreal. You could fall into a trance listening to him talk about all fighters, Jack Johnson and Joe Louis and all fighters like that, Marvin Hagler and Tommy Hearns and all the great fighters from the past. He was part of the Three Wise Men, which was Stormy B-Man himself, the main man. Scrapbook Boxing, another great knowledge of the sport, and Curtis himself. I heard the news late last week that he had sadly passed away. I think the last time I spoke to Curtis was in somebody's chat, and he had told me that he hadn't been well, he had been in and out of hospital. I don't know myself what was wrong with him. It's none of my business anyway, but yeah, sad news. The boxing community lost a gem there. Sad, very, very sad news. He was a lovely bloke. Never ever heard Curtis cuss. Never heard him swear or badmouth anyone. He used to dot around everyone's channel, passing on his knowledge for the sport of boxing. Like I say, I interacted with him on Facebook a few times. I know he loved football, as the Americans call soccer. I know he was a big football fan. I spoke to him about the Premier League and European footballers like Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo, as well as he loved the sport of boxing. Like I say, the man's knowledge for the sport of boxing was unreal. He forgotten what most people will never know, and it's just a sad, really sad time. Like I say, rest in peace, Curtis. I'm glad I had the pleasure of speaking to you, and I had the pleasure of sharing a panel with you. Only the one time, but it was a pleasure, an honour to have shared the panel with you. And like I say, I pass my condolences on to your family. My heart goes out to everyone, your family and your friends, and may you rest in peace. God bless you. Right, with that done, push on to a quick recap of the boxing from Saturday night, the EUBANK Williams fight. I didn't quite see it on Saturday because I got held up, and by the time I got back home, it was on round 6, so I went back and watched it yesterday. Sky uploaded it onto Sky Boxing on YouTube, so I watched the fight yesterday evening. It was a good fight, enjoyed it. Chris Eubanks, he did a good job. For me, he made a statement by beating Williams and beating him on his own turf in front of his own fans. but he didn't make the big statement, which he should have done. He outclassed Williams for the first half of the fight, catching him with uppercuts. That uppercut was beautiful. He knocked him down several times. I think the first knockdown was a flash knockdown. The second one, he had Williams in trouble. Why he never pounced on him, I don't know. I did listen to an interview yesterday with Roy Jones. Roy Jones was saying, I think it was part of the game plan that he just wanted to toy with him. I was reading on, I forgot where it was now. I was reading on the internet somewhere where Chris Eubanks had said that he wanted to basically just duff him up and make him pay. He said he could have knocked him out any time. Williams did well to come back into the fight, but I feel that was because Chris Eubank took his foot off the gas. He kept trying to set the trap for Liam Williams to come in close and then catch him with the uppercuts, but Liam Williams figured that one out. Can't take nothing away from Liam Williams. I've always stressed I like the kid because the man comes to fight. He's got bags of heart. He'll always come to make you fight. I do believe Eubanks could have finished him, but like I say, he didn't set the statement what I wanted to see him do by knocking him out when I think he could have. But all round, good performance from Chris Eubanks Jr. Was impressed with it. Where do I see Eubanks going now? I don't know. I'd like him. I've heard that he's on about going after Canelo, but you can forget that. Go after Demetrius Andre or someone like that. If you're gonna stay at 160, go after Boo Boo. That'd be a great tear up. That'd be a great fight. That Demetrius Andre versus Chris Eubanks Jr. Two highly skilled fighters, both got power. That's a good fight. Will he stay at 160? I don't know, because he's fought at 168 a few times. To me, he looked tight at 160. But I've heard Conor Benn tweeted saying he fancies his chances. What would he fight at, 157 or I don't know. Obviously, Conor Benn would have to put weight on it. It'd be at a catch weight, I should imagine. And Eubanks would have to lose weight. But I think Chris Eubanks would steamroll him in my eyes. I don't think that fight would ever happen. If it did, it'd be good to see. Yeah, of course it would. Billy Joe Saunders has come out, said he wants to fight him. Yeah, I'd be happy to see that again. First fight was a good fight. But for me, I want to see him either go after someone like Demetrius Andre or one of them world champions, Charlo, or someone like that, or go after one of the... Well, it's 168 is Canelo, he's the undisputed, but I don't know if Canelo's going to vacate them belts. He's on about fighting Makabu at cruiserweight. I don't know, but if he doesn't go back up to 168, I want to see him go after someone like Demetrius Andre. I don't want to see him fighting any lower tier fighters. I want to see him push on now for a world title, and let's see how good he is, because he is a good fighter. He's just frustrating. Like I say, he took his foot off the gas, allowed Liam Williams back into the fight, but for me, he won the fight comfortable. But should have pounced on him when he had the chance. Let me know what you think. I'll be back in the week to do a video on Jack Catterall, and then maybe later on this week or early next week do a video on Josh Taylor, because them two are getting ready to lock horns at 140. So I'm looking forward to that fight as well. That's a good fight, both unbeaten. Anyway, peace out. I'll catch you on next one.